Force 13 project update for the week beginning August the 18th, 2014 and the following week that follows that. And quite a bit has happened this week, storm-wise a little bit here and there, not that much, but on the Force 13 website we recently launched the control room. You can visit it right now, and it's sort of like a more visual representation of the current storm situation in the Eastern Pacific and the Atlantic, with all these grid boxes which show all the areas that are under any particular warnings or may see tropical cyclone conditions over the next 1, 2 and 5 days. Now it is somewhat experimental, and of course your feedback is very important as to the progress or lack of that new feature, and whether you think it's worth it or not. It could even replace the storm tracking pages in future if it goes down very well, and obviously with some modifications too. So I'd like to hear your views on that on this video or on the control room page, because it has its own little chat feature too. So on to your comments since August the 11th, not too many, but still a few. The Minecraft player says, I don't usually go after August as the points go way down on Predictor season, and you're right, the algorithm has changed a little bit this year with the points scoring, but it is still very much the same. As a matter of fact, it's become a little bit more fair this year. That's one of the reasons why the points have gone reversed, in contrast to last year when the highest points won, now the lowest points win, which denote more skill and closer to the mark. In any case, Ivan Woodbury says, Force 13, your hurricane animations are great. I was wondering how you make them, because I've created my own hurricane called the Super Hurricane and goes to category 6 with winds over 225 miles per hour and up, and I can use the map as my made up planet. Well, that sounds all very exciting. Sounds like the top end of the hypothetical season mindset, I suppose you could say. Category 6 is not something I'll be entertaining, I can tell you that. You can use the maps on the download page of the Force 13 website if that's what you're looking for. It's a little bit of a vague question. If you have anything more specific, please let me know. Breakdance Express has a random question. Will we ever see a storm cross into the Atlantic from the Indian Ocean? I know Devon Williams had a great answer for this, but it's far too long for me to read out, but I'll answer it myself as well. The short answer is not in many years, if not a million years, because it is very unlikely that we would see something like that happen. It would have to cross half the Sahara Desert or Saudi Arabia to get to the Mediterranean Sea before entering the Atlantic, and it's just not to contemplate in the current environmental conditions that we have in this day and age. And it seems probably just as unlikely to occur from the southwest Indian Ocean to the southern Atlantic too. Awesome 10443 says, I was the first dog to predict the weather dog on the Predictor season 2014. I possibly incorrectly said that the first dog person had predicted on Predictor season, and I do remember the weather dog did predict before that. It did slip my mind at the time, but thanks for pointing that out. Well, we're in mid-August at this point, so let's check out how the tropics have done so far. In the Atlantic this year, 2014 is currently up only to its B storm after passing Bertha last week. By August the 18th last year, which had 13 storms, we'd reached our E storm. In 2009, which had 9 storms in total, it had already reached C, and in 1997, which only had 7 storms, we'd already reached our D storm. If this was 2005, Tropical Storm Jose would be forming next week. So 2014 is significantly lagging behind in the Atlantic so far. So let's take a look at the Eastern Pacific then. And in contrast, this basin is having one of the most active seasons on record so far, reaching its K storm on August the 13th, 5 days before 1992 did the same thing on August the 18th of that year, which turned out to be the most active season on record. 2014 is also level with that year with the amount of Cat 4 hurricanes so far. And also the season has already been more active than 1/3 of all other full East Pacific hurricane seasons from start to finish. Well, in the Western Pacific so far, 2014 has had 12 storms, equal with last year at this point, though 2013 came out with a few more storms after this point. It's the first time since 2011 that 2 Category 5 storms have formed by this date, and Ramasun was the strongest storm in the South China Sea since Pamela in 1954. The storm reached winds of 155 miles per hour, but Pamela just beat that, becoming a Category 5 super typhoon way back in 1954, 60 years ago, almost to the day. Well, looking worldwide in 2014, there have been 47 storms so far, 23 of those becoming Category 1 hurricane equivalent cyclones, 13 of those Category 3 storms, 47 of course, past the halfway mark in terms of getting to 2010 at least, and 13 Category 3 storms, which is just 6 of 2010 in 25th position. Obviously still quite a way to go yet, a few months and the peak of the season yet to come, but this is the chart as well. The blue line is 2014. You can see it's lagging behind just a little bit behind those top two now, 1992 and 1996. Those are the record holders. 92 finished up with 103 tropical storms. The green line is last year, 2013, which finished up with 85 in the end. So 2014 has been up right at the top for quite some time, but appears to be dawdling just a little bit in the past few days. In Predictor season, on August the 11th, it looked like this, with Woolly back at the top of the table there. So let's see how that has changed now, and we have a new entry that's gone right up to the top. Tropical News Tom, congratulations to you, with 40 points, 26 ahead of NBH Storm, which briefly took the lead before Tom's prediction came through. He's the current leader right now, and will remain so until someone overtakes him, which, in my opinion, could be fairly inevitable, I'm afraid to say, for Tom. But Willyback82 dropping down as well to 3rd place and 7th, and TD123, a former winner, in 8th place as well. A former leader, rather, not a winner. Not yet, anyway. No places new to the top 12 in this edition. So the top 12 remain the same, just different people in different places, I suppose. Coco the dog has predicted on August the 12th, scoring 123 points. Yes, another dog. Ivan Woodbury predicted also on August the 12th, scoring 300 points. Tropical News Tom, of course, did his prediction, getting 1st place with 40 points. And Michael predicted on August the 14th, scoring 148 points in 95th place. Looking at our feature predictors then, if it comes up, the feature predictors, you can see the chart here. Myself in light green, descending a little bit. Woollyback82 staying fairly level, gone up slightly. NBH Storm is also on this chart now, as is the current leader Tom, who actually had a little bit less points before this update. And Paul Nugent is staying fairly level as well. He was doing fairly well. TD123 also level right now, staying the same, as is Monsoon. I believe it was another former winner, but has gone quite down the table, I'm afraid, now. Lots of other people in between these, but these are just the feature predictors. F15 and the 2013 winner Spencer at the top, also on their way down slowly, edging closer. The combined points total of the top 3 was 67 points on June the 7th, which was a very good score. That means they were skillful predictions for the time. That went up to 223 points on August the 5th, and has since gone down to 176 points on August the 18th, meaning that the predictions are getting better results once more. You can submit yours at force13.com/predictorseason_2014.html, which is quite a mouthful, but you can click it on the description if I can get my words out. You can visit Force 13 on any of its 6 outlets, the website force13.com, including the control room now, of course. The video pages, YouTube and Dailymotion, just search Force 13 on there. Facebook and Twitter, the social platforms, search Force 13 on there as well. At Force 13 on Twitter, and you can add Fool 13 for tropical weather chat on Skype if you so wish. And of course the forum is also on the website too if you wish to chat with fellow tropical weather enthusiasts and trackers and whatever else you might want to call us, or them, or whoever. You can go to force13.com/forum for that, and discuss Tropics. That's all for now. The next project update will be in a week's time on August the 25th. That's all for now.